There is a whole universe beneath the surface of the water, a universe most people never see. We swim, we dive, we splash around, but we rarely stop to consider that the underwater world is home to some of the most intense, visually stunning, and wildly creative sports humans have ever invented. These are sports that require extraordinary control, breath mastery, mental discipline, and physical awareness. They fuse athleticism with elegance, adrenaline with serenity. And yet, compared to mainstream sports, underwater disciplines often get overlooked or dismissed as niche. This is a mistake because underwater sports are not simply hobbies for adventurous divers. They are full-blown athletic challenges, high-level competitions, and spectator-friendly experiences that push the limits of what the human body can do. They are the hidden gems of the sporting world, waiting for anyone curious enough to dive a little deeper. What makes underwater sports so cool is not only what athletes are doing underwater, but how they do it. Water changes everything. Movement feels different. Sound disappears. The body becomes weightless. Time feels slower. The mind becomes sharper. In this environment, athletes train their lungs, muscles, and technique to levels most people will never reach. It is a world where precision matters more than power, where calm beats chaos, and where focus is the only way forward. If you think you have seen every sport there is to see, think again. Underwater sports prove that athletic creativity has no limits, and once you explore them, you will never look at the water the same way again. The deep calm of freediving competitions. Freediving looks simple from the outside. No tanks, no bubbles, no complicated gear. Just a person, a rope, and the open water. But beneath this simplicity lies one of the most mental sports ever created. In competitive freediving, athletes descend into the deep with only the air in their lungs. They rely entirely on breath hold strength, relaxation, and technique. Some disciplines focus on reaching maximum depth. Others are about traveling the longest horizontal distance underwater. Others measure how long a diver can stay submerged. Every second underwater pushes the limits of oxygen control and body awareness. A diver must lower their heart rate, relax every muscle, silence every distracting thought, and trust their training. The deeper they go, the darker and quieter it becomes. It is the closest thing humans have to entering another world. Freediving shows the extraordinary capability of the human body. Some athletes reach depths greater than skyscrapers. Others glide horizontally across pools like underwater marathoners. What makes it even cooler is that the sport blends science, meditation, and endurance into one. It is both athletic and artistic, both demanding and peaceful. Underwater hockey. Fast, strategic, and seriously intense. It may sound like a strange concept at first, but once you see it in action, underwater hockey becomes one of the most exciting hidden sports in the world. Instead of skating on ice, players glide through water. Instead of swinging full-size sticks, they use small paddles. Instead of chasing a puck across a rink, they chase it across the pool floor. And instead of relying on constant breath, they repeatedly dive, maneuver, and resurface. The game is fast. Much faster than you expect. Teams must coordinate perfectly, reading plays without speaking, because communication underwater is nearly impossible. Teammates rely on body language, movement patterns, and instinct. Spectators watching from above see a beautiful chaos of fins, bubbles, and synchronized swims. Underwater hockey is extremely physical. Players must hold their breath while sprinting, twisting, blocking, and stealing the puck. They need strong legs for propulsion, strong lungs for endurance, and sharp minds to read the shifting dynamics of the game. It is a full-body challenge disguised as a fluid, graceful sport. The wild world of underwater rugby. If underwater hockey sounds intense, underwater rugby takes it to another level. Picture a three-dimensional version of rugby played entirely underwater, in which players attack upward, downward, and sideways all at once. Instead of a field, they play inside a deep pool with goals located at the bottom. The ball is filled with salt water, so it sinks instead of floats. Players dive, wrestle, sprint, defend, and pass all while holding their breath. It is like watching athletes move in slow motion and fast action at the same time. What makes this sport uniquely cool is its vertical dimension. Unlike regular sports where movement happens mostly on a horizontal plane, underwater rugby adds depth, creating a multi-layered battleground. The strategies are complex. The teamwork is crucial. The players look like underwater superheroes navigating three-dimensional space. Few sports require this level of full-body engagement. It demands strength, flexibility, lung capacity, and tactical awareness. When you watch a match, it becomes clear that underwater environments allow for athletic creativity you will find nowhere else. Mermaiding. Artistic, athletic, and more serious than you think. Mermaiding may appear whimsical at first, but it is far from child's play. This discipline involves swimming with a monovan or mermaid tail, performing routines, executing fluid movements, and holding long breath holds while staying elegant and controlled. It requires the same core strength and technique as competitive monovan swimming, combined with aesthetic expression. Athletes learn to move with precision while maintaining grace, making mermaiding one of the most visually stunning underwater arts. The sport is growing fast. Competitions, schools, and professional teams have emerged across the world. Many mermaid performers train just as hard as traditional swimmers, perfecting the dolphin kick, practicing underwater choreography, and developing the lung power needed for deep, slow, graceful routines. Mermaiding proves that underwater sports are not only about speed or strength. They can also be creative, theatrical, and emotionally expressive. Underwater modeling and photography. Athletic beauty in motion. Underwater photography sessions may not sound like a sport, but they require intense physical skill. Models and athletes must stay calm while fully submerged. They learn to control facial expressions, posture, and movement while holding their breath, opening their eyes underwater, and posing gracefully despite water resistance. This form of underwater performance is physically demanding. Water slows every motion, drags hair and clothing, and forces the body to work harder for every gesture. Yet skilled performers make it look effortless, turning the underwater environment into a dreamy visual stage. These sessions often combine elements of freediving with artistic storytelling. They highlight the beauty, fluidity, and power of the human body in water. And they require training, mental strength, and the ability to stay completely composed while submerged.